So
I'm hungry as shit, bro.
we are live. What's going on, everybody? We here to talk some Disney. Disney, three grown men talking about Disney movies. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
No shame.
I got my boys. My boy Benji couldn't make it. It's alright, but I got my lovely bros. My boy AJ Reacts to, and my boy Smooth J Stu. What's going on, guys?
We live, baby.
Yeah, I'm ready to get into this. It's been a journey, man. It's been quite a journey.
Man. We I don't know why I went full screen when I'm hosting. But man, 53 movies. 53 movies. Now, I want to clarify to anybody, this is not covering the wartime era because those movies, they're shorts. They're not full movies.
Mhm.
So, I didn't really want to watch them. And to be honest, I heard they're all terrible anyway. And I didn't include Fantasia in this because I watched like 5 minutes of it and I'm like, this ain't my thing. It's literally just music videos. That's basically what it is. The art was beautiful, but I was like, this is just music videos. You know, there ain't no story. Let's check the chat real quick. I'm not trying to be here for 3 hours. We got 53 movies to talk about. Only person in the chat is Luke. What's display it? Why is it? Oh, it did. Why is it not?
There you go.
There you go.
I guess I can't see it. There it goes. What's going on, Luke? All right. Yeah. Now that I'm hosting, it's gonna be a bitch. All right. So without further ado, I put these guys' links in the channel in the description. Go check them out. And without further ado, let's get started. So, number 53, The Bottom of the Barrel. This is one of two movies, and the next one will be followed by this that I did not finish. That is The Sword in the Stone. This movie is fucking awful. When you hear Disney and King Arthur put together, you think, wow, that could be really cool.
Yeah.
But instead, you get to watch a wizard turn Arthur into a fish and do quests.
Sounds like
John, did you watch this one? Did you watch
No,
this one?
I didn't watch it. I've never seen it.
Yeah, me either.
That might be on my 100 movies to watch this year. Maybe.
Don't. It's
so.
so boring. It's so boring. It was so boring.
It was already a struggle for some of these.
We were like, oh my god, this shit is so boring. But yeah, this was easily the worst one. I didn't even finish it. Most of these, I was like, even one of these coming up later, I was like, all right, I'll finish it. This, I was like, no, fuck this shit, bro. I'm over this.
How far did you get?
Like 45 minutes.
How long was the movie?
Probably like an hour 30, hour 15.
No, like around there. Luke Review says it's Bambi a top 3. I don't want to. Well,
oh, we gonna get to that.
Okay. Well, I feel
like we're gonna get to that soon.
We did, right? Sooner than later.
All right.
Sooner than later.
Number 52 is the other movie I did not watch. I know AJ watched this one, Home on the Range. This movie. AJ, quick, tell me the plot of this movie, bro.
Bro, I couldn't even tell you, bro. That it was terrible, man. It was not good.
Literally just cows getting into shenanigans. And it's like, why do I care? There was one scene that had me and AJ dying. It was like a bar scene where like
they went to a tavern or something and like just it was mayhem. It was just like
it was hilarious
and cars or cows like jumping over tables and
me and AJ get off on a bunch of random shit happening for no reason.
Evil Dead.
I've seen that movie once and I barely remember it. And I probably
the animation was like we were at a point in that
it looks terrible. I do.
It was terrible. It was like we were in that range of like Treasure Planet and Atlantis, where we were like, bro, this animation's fucking heat. And then we get to this, we were like, what the fuck am I looking? Well, AJ didn't really.
I didn't hate it. It was simple and it didn't look like to the caliber of the other movies. I think that's one reason why we didn't like the animation, and also it kind of like resembled straight to DVD movies. So
it did. It was just a mess.
That's probably the movie that they sent animators on to punish them. Like, yeah, you got to go work at home on the range today.
Like Peacemaker. Like, you fucked this over, now you got to work on Peacemaker. Yeah, Home on the Range, number 50. Excuse me, number 52. Number 51. I recently watched this last week with AJ. He liked it more than me. This was not good. Frankenweenie. Tim Burton, I'm convinced, cannot make a good movie anymore. I'm sorry. I haven't watched too many of his recent movies. After what was the last like popular thing he did? Realistically,
the last that was popular good thing.
Yeah. What? Batman Returns.
No,
it's probably more recent than that. It's gotta be right.
Did he do Edward Scissorhands?
Yeah,
he did Edward Scissorhands.
He did Sweeney Todd too, right?
Yes. He did Sweeney Todd. That was probably the last.
That
one
probably was that
people liked.
Yeah,
you didn't like Edward Scissorhands, I'm guessing.
No.
Not Edward Scissorhands. Sweeney Todd. You didn't like Sweeney Todd.
I like that too. I guess I couldn't.
I never seen it.
Oh, okay.
Think of it.
Gotcha.
But I love Edward Scissorhands.
Ever since then, everything I've watched from him, it's just the same shit. I haven't seen Miss Purging's the Foster movie, whatever the fuck that was. I didn't see that. But I didn't see that. But I saw Dumbo, terrible. Frankenweenie, not good. I don't understand this movie. I've seen the short. He directed the short. That's what irks my soul more. He directed the short that made this movie. The short is decent for what it is. But the crazy thing is that the short is basically the first 15 minutes of this movie minus the ending. The ending is pretty much the same. But the rest of that was so boring.
Yeah, it was boring.
I couldn't tell you a single thing that happens in this movie, bro. It's so boring. The animation was cool. I like that it was in black and white. It was cool. But other than that, I can't tell you a single thing that happens other than the first 15 minutes. It's so boring. AJ, what you liked it more than me? I know
I did, and I felt like the third act saved it because the first and second act were extremely boring. I do remember a little bit more about it than you because I feel like you did check out at a point. You was just like, nah, this ain't it. And then by the third act, you was like, I'm not feeling it. But it was a pretty, I don't want to say epic finale, but it was kind of intense with some of the sequences and stuff like that. I'm not gonna get into the details, but I dug the third act quite a bit, but it wasn't enough for me to say it's a good movie. It's okay. Given the third act.
Had the DVD, watched that on repeat. Are you talking about Home on the Range? If you did, my condolences.
I think he might have been talking about
Sword in the Stone.
Yeah, Sword in the Stone.
Let's not forget The Lion King was a B movie
after Moana.
I don't know what you're talking about, but if you're saying Lion King is bad, we're gonna fight behind the Wendy's. I started watching them all in order last year as well, but kind of stopped. I'll try to pick it up back this year.
Yeah, it's probably tough to do that. I know you
ain't on the Walt Disney. It is. I looked up like a list of them by the eras, and Frankenweenie was in it.
It's on there.
Trust me, if it wasn't there, I would not have watched it.
It's in the revival, right?
Yes.
Revival era. Yeah.
Yes. All right. Number 50. I'm sorry, Luke. Bambi. This movie is so boring. I cannot tell you a single thing. Nothing happens in this movie. Nothing happens in this movie.
5.
Bambi's mom dies. That's it.
Spoilers.
Nothing happens. It's so boring.
Luke said 50.
Nothing happened. It's so boring. The third act, I guess, was I guess the Lion King took inspiration from this because the third act of this kind of reminds me of Lion King because he comes back. It's so fucking ludicrous. Someone else is with the girl that he used to like, so that he fights him, and then they're together, and then the movie ends. I was like,
Luke says something interesting. He says the animation alone puts it at top 10. Did you like the animation at all?
yeah, the animation,
Right.
other than Home on the Range, all the animation in these movies is solid. That's pretty much, even
Okay.
Sword in the Stone looked good.
Chicken
Well,
Little?
I mean, it's okay. But yeah, it's just I did not like this at all. Speaking of more boring things, Dumbo, number 49. This movie was an hour long and felt like 3 hours, bro. Nothing happens in this movie. Nothing happens. It's just ridiculous. It's just a bunch of like, is Dumbo cute? Sure. But it's just
I heard that some of the sequences
Luke.
fly today.
Luke is so hurt right now. I'm sorry, man.
This
Oh,
stream
my
is hurting
God.
his soul.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of racist things in Dumbo. Oh yeah,
I heard
Oh,
that
yeah.
there was,
Oh,
I heard
yeah.
that there was some issues with that.
and I thought they took that out of Disney Plus, but then I saw the crows in there. I was like, oh, I guess they did.
They
not.
probably did they have a warning before?
Yeah, they did.
Because
Mhm.
usually they have a warning before those movies.
We did that for Jungle Book.
Have you guys? Yeah, some of these
Pinocchio.
movies had warnings and I didn't understand them. Like Pinocchio, I got, and I guess Jungle Book to a certain extent, but there was one where I was like, what? Okay. Have you guys seen Dumbo at all?
No,
Never seen it.
You ain't missing
Probably
much.
won't.
I've seen that one trippy scene, but that's about it.
That's probably the best part of the movie, though. It doesn't make any sense, but the animation, I was like, this is really cool. Like visually, it's really cool.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Number
doesn't have a problem
48.
with visual.
This is
Nah,
no.
not generally.
Number 48. This is one that we all watched together. Well, I don't know if AJ was there for this one. Cinderella.
I wasn't. There.
Oh boy,
I've never seen Cinderella.
Cinderella. If you wanted to watch Rats featuring Cinderella, then watch the original
Yes.
Cinderella. This movie,
how you
most
gonna
of
be a
these,
supporting character in your own movie?
most of these movies are so boring. From 53 to about 33, they're all boring, pretty much. Luke, I'm sorry, bro. These movies, I'm sorry, bro.
You going in on the chat?
Are you
No,
just
I'm
reading
not.
them in-
No, I'm saying Luke is. He's like,
No, he was saying, are
Um,
you reading them in release order?
I'm not, because you're gonna see one that's kind of recent, very low in about a few
he
seconds.
did Frankenweenie.
And my boy Kevin, what's going on, brother? But yeah, Cinderella, this shit is so boring. It's okay that it gets better like when it's actually Cinderella, but when it's Rats,
Yeah.
it's like I
Yeah,
don't
when
care.
Cinderella's on screen, it's good, but it's so many scenes where nothing important is happening. And
It's
most
like
of those things have mice in them.
it's like, you know how Tom and Jerry does like Tom and Jerry and Willy Wonka or some shit, and
Mhm.
like yeah, that's exactly what it felt. It was like Tom
It
and
was an hour and a
Jerry.
half of that.
It was like Tom and Jerry and Cinderella.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Number 47. John didn't watch this one. Me and AJ did. Dinosaur. I watched this as a kid. I didn't remember a single thing about it. Yeah, this was boring. And the animation was strange.
So strange. I'm so iffy on this movie. Like, I'm so on the fence because something about it does have like a charm to it. In a sense, I don't know how, I don't really know how to explain it, but it feels like it has a charm to it, but the movie is not particularly good. Like at all. Not at all. Like, I feel like the story is like non-existent.
No. I agree. I think what makes it look kind of strange like that is because it was like half real and half CGI.
Yeah.
And
It
didn't
was
blend
messing
well.
with me.
It's
It didn't blend
basically
well at all.
what the Jungle Book perfected. The
Mhm.
live action one. It perfected it masterfully. Like that,
Mhm.
I feel like this
It was
was them
seamless in
trying
the
to
Jungle
do that.
Book.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait to watch that movie again. The movie's damn good. What's going on, Fritzky?
Frisky.
But yeah, Dinosaur was okay. I don't know. Could have been better. Number 46. This is when I watched it on my own. This one was when I was actually kind of disappointed. The Black Cauldron, man. This is one that I think people would have much lower on their list. The reason I have this higher is because I really like the world. I really like how, and you know, I think people disregard this because it's like a lot darker than most Disney movies, and I really like the world. You know, I love that, you know, that dark magic shit. It's just, you know, the characters aren't that interesting, and the story's not that interesting.
They're not interesting at all.
And at a point, I was like, damn, bro, like I'm just enjoying the animation at this point because it's not that interesting, and it's honestly disappointing. And if I know they wouldn't, because Disney has no balls anymore, but if they were to do a live action remake of Black Cauldron and actually like dive into that dark magic stuff, I think it could be really cool.
It could, but I agree with you. It's a really I won't say beautifully animated, but the animation is very unique. It definitely has its own visual language.
What you said about that animation is a criticism I hear about Polar Express and Christmas Carol. Never thought it was creepy like those. Say till I got. Are you talking about Dinosaur? Christmas Carol had good animation.
I like Christmas Carol and Christmas Carol's animation.
Polar Express was good animation, but it hasn't aged well
because like the characters and designs are kind of rough now.
Because that came out of what, 2004, right?
Around there.
Yeah, so that's like 18 years ago now. You know.
Wow.
You know, it's not a bad thing. You know, we all love Shrek, but realistically, the animation hasn't aged well.
It hasn't.
You know, as a movie, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's still a fantastic movie, but
Shrek is a classic, but
but it looks like it came out in the early 2000s.
Yeah. So. You know, it's not bad.
Express was 2004.
Yeah.
But yeah, Black Cauldron, you know, 46, disappointing. Number 45. Me and Benji watched this one, Lady and the Tramp. Again, the same problem. Nothing really happens, you know, and I'm a sucker for dogs, you know. I love me a dog. You're gonna see one dog movie way high on this list.
Oh, I wonder what that could be.
But I love Lady. I almost said I love Lady and the Tramp. What is wrong with me? But Lady and the Tramp, you know, it has some good characters. I like the characters. The animation is good. It's kind of just dogs walking around talking. You know, nothing really happens. I kind of do like that. The Tramp, you know, they kind of show like, oh, the dog feels neglected because of the baby. You know, because that's something that probably would be, you know, a thing with dogs. So I kind of like that, but you know, nothing really happens. You know, it's not bad, but nothing really to write home about.
You got to like add a 3.
Yeah.
3 out of 5.
Wait, do I? Let me make sure. I don't want to say that. Yeah, 3 out of 5.
Nice.
Number 44. This is where everyone leaves in the comments immediately because
I might leave the chat.
Well, I don't know. I don't think this is a hot take, I guess, but it would be where most people would not have it.
It sounds
number 44 is Frozen.
Oh,
I'm okay with that.
Listen.
Yeah, I don't care.
I understand.
Me either.
I don't understand why people love this movie so much. Frozen. This movie is so boring. The animation is gorgeous. Don't get me wrong. And just to clarify, from Dinosaur to like another one on here, these are all 3s. I don't hate any of these movies. But Frozen, this movie's so boring. The songs. Listen, I'm sorry, Let It Go is not a good song. I'm sorry. I don't like that song. And it's not because it's overplayed. Like, I listened to it objectively, and I was just like, I don't like this song. It feels really stupid in the context of the song. It's like what is the purpose of the song?
No, I
You know?
agree. I've never seen Frozen, but I've heard the song several times, and
You never seen
really,
Frozen? Wow.
Man, I've never seen Frozen, and I probably won't ever watch
Yeah,
it.
my boy hit it right on the head, literally.
The songs carried the success. Yeah,
the animation is gorgeous, but I don't really love the characters. Anna's okay. Elsa, I don't like Elsa in this movie like that. I like her in 2, and we'll talk about that much later. Live action Frozen, I hope never.
got that with Once Upon a Time.
Yeah, Once Upon a Time was kind of it, but
Yeah, not on the big screen,
but I don't know, man. It's just and the villain. Oh my god, terrible.
I was not invested rewatching Frozen at all.
Not really at all.
Yeah.
Number 43 is Bolt. Bolt was a movie I liked a lot as a kid, like a lot. Like that was my shit. Upon the rewatch, it's okay. It's not bad. It's just like when you look at the concept and then you look at the movie, it's like it could have been a lot better. Could have been a lot better. You know, but I still find enjoyment in it. I think the voice work is good. I think John Travolta does a good job. But I don't know. It's kind of just nothing there. AJ, what did you think about Bolt?
Yeah, so I watched it when I was younger, like when it first came out, and I remember not really caring for it. And then I was not looking forward to watching it on this rewatch. I was like, Bolt, okay. So we started it. It started off kind of cool, but then when they revealed like the twist or whatever, I had forgotten about that. I thought it was actually the dog had abilities. And then when they revealed that he didn't, he just thought he did. I was just like, the movie went downhill from there because I
kind of like that.
This is not interesting.
I kind of like that though. I kind of like the whole like, oh, he thinks it's real, but it's not. Like it's just the way they execute it is not interesting. But on paper, I was like,
I can see that. I can see that.
Cool.
On paper, it sounds better than it
and I got a kick out of seeing like when they were filming and you know the guys were falling back onto like mattresses, because
you sucker for like filmmaking movies though.
Yeah, you
love filmmaking movies.
It's
I
cool.
do too, but I don't know. Bolt it was like you were saying about a lot of the other ones. It was really nothing going on. It was just like kind of a journey and a lot of animals just kind of talking to each other, walking around and. Like, come on, let's get to the point.
Like, we're talking about kids' movies, Yeah, I agree with that, but we're the ones we're gonna get into.
Yeah, I mean, kids' movies still, they still have quality. I mean, it's a reason why we're doing a Disney ranking. Like the Disney movies are, a testament of how consistent that company is. You said, from Dinosaur on, everything is at least a 3, and I could agree with that.
Okay, number 40. Oh shit, I skipped the number. Oh well, number 40. Oh no, well 43 was Bolt. 42 is one we just watched Friday. Ralph Breaks the Internet. I used to like love this movie. I remember when I saw it, I was like, yo, that shit was good. And upon rewatch, it's not that good. It has a lot of its moments, and I love seeing Ralph and Vanellope. I'm always gonna love those characters. And easily the best part of that movie is the Disney princess part. That shit is hilarious. I love that part so much. But the rest of the movie is kind of just like, it's kind of just, it's a kind of MacGuffin thingy. We got to get it. We got to get this to get this. We got to do this to do this. And it's like, but that's not what the first one was. The first one, like, it felt like an adventure,
Mm-hmm.
And things get kind of like made sense.
And I like
in the first one.
I like parts of it, like when they're showing like, oh, when Taraji P. Henson's character is like,
yes,
you have to like, oh, you have to do this to get likes and stuff. I was like, hey, that's kind of cool because that's how the internet works,
Yeah.
But the part that really throws it off though is when he literally just puts a virus in a random game to get his best friend out. That way she doesn't forget about him.
Yeah,
It's like,
I
okay.
don't really love that plot point. I mean,
I
it
don't know.
makes sense. It's not something that's like out of left field, but it's also like
The way it's
it's just
executed.
the way it's
is
executed
weird.
is just like I don't know, man.
It didn't bother me that much. I mean, I'm not crazy
look-
about it, but it you know,
Yes,
it
Kevin.
doesn't
Of course, I
bother me.
meant the second one. Why would I say the first? Man, you lucky I ain't go to the movies with you today, bro. I would have. Let me. Are you seeing Scream today? Let me know, because you told me you were gonna move it to today. All right.
He said,
Number 41 is one that breaks my heart. The Jungle Book, man.
I understand why it's so low, but
Listen, I love the animation. I love my boy Baloo. Bare necessities. I love my boy. The songs are all really solid. I love the King Louis song. It's awesome. I love it. And Shere Khan is an awesome villain, but the movie's just boring. There's not a lot going on.
no.
You know, I would have been the first one to tell you Jungle Book is awesome. Like I used to love this movie, bro.
Yeah, I'm about to leave
I'm
right
about to leave right now.
No. He's talking about Scream. That he's going to see Scream.
Oh,
I thought he
okay.
was
Not
talking
because of
about the
the
stream.
not because of the stream. Okay.
All right, bro. Let me know what you think about it. Yeah, man. When Bare Necessities would come, I turn that TV to 50. I'd be like, yeah, bro. But
Luke said, "I don't want to be like you."
but yeah, man. And Shere Khan also disappears for a large part of this movie.
Yes,
And
yes.
it's kind of unfortunate because he's great. The third act is really cool. I like that. You know, the whole fight with him and Baloo.
The third
even
act
though,
is intense.
even though it gets a little silly, like the monkeys all start ganging up on Shere Khan and shit. It's weird,
It kind
but
of follows the tone of the film, though.
yeah,
Yeah.
In a way.
but I don't know, man. I wish I loved it more because I love the songs, bro. I really do.
It's just two songs for me that I like in that movie.
Yeah, there are only two songs other than the elephant one. Number 40 is Sleeping Beauty. The reason I have this higher is because the third act of this movie is genuinely awesome. I love the third act. And realistically, the only reason to watch this movie is Maleficent. I mean, let's be honest. Maleficent is amazing. Before Scar, she was probably the best Disney villain, realistically. She is, well, Beauty and the Beast came out before Lion King, right?
Yes.
But yeah,
94. Beauty and the Beast was 92, I think.
I don't know. It doesn't say it. But yeah, Sleeping Beauty, it's okay. I don't really like Aurora like that. She's kind of a regular stereotypical Disney princess. You know, I love the first like 15 minutes is great. You know, because you get to set up with Maleficent, and Luke hit it right in the head. Maleficent is better. It is a better movie, even though it it rewrites some things. Yeah. It is a better movie. I do enjoy that movie more. But I love the third act. You know, with what's his fucking name? I forgot his name. Philip fighting Maleficent. That's cool. But the characters, it's kind of meh. Number 39. Yeah, me and AJ are gonna get Stu out of the stream for this one. I'm sorry. Atlantis: The Lost Empire.
Oh yeah, man.
I'm sorry, bro.
See you guys later.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I wanted to love this movie. I did. I wanted to love this movie. The setup, man, when this movie started, me and AJ were like, bro, this shit is gonna be fire.
The intro was amazing. The intro to the film, the first like 5 minutes, I was like, oh, this is about to be good. This is about to be great.
Don't get me wrong, the animation is phenomenal.
Animation is dope.
And Michael J. Fox is great. But the movie.
Great
No, I like Michael J.
Great
Fox.
though.
I really like him in that movie.
I do.
I can't.
Hell, he was the only reason I was really watching the movie at the point I was, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But and I love the concept, but to me, it's just kind of boring.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I've said boring like 20 times, but honestly, that's how I feel through most of these movies. It's just boring, you know, and at a point I was just like, man, I'm really disappointed. And there's another movie that people compare this to, which we'll get into much later, that me and AJ liked more, but I don't know. This was actually very disappointing. I expected a lot more. I know Stu really likes this one, but
yeah, I'm in very much a whole lot of disagreement right now. I was very invested when I watched this for the first time, and I've loved it ever since.
Mm-hmm. What's some of your favorite? What's some of your favorite things about the film?
I agree with Tyler. The best thing about the movie is the concept. I'm very big on mythology and Atlantis. And I'm a Michael J. Fox fan. So Michael J. Fox with Disney and mythology, you can count me in. The animation is beautiful. I love the fact that they didn't go the traditional Disney route. They actually tried to make a movie with some substance. And I think that's the thing that really drew me to it. Was it wasn't traditional. They took a risk and did something different.
Yeah. And Luke, I was just gonna say it, and you hit right on the head. Haven't seen Atlantis in so long. They got to make it live action. I was saying that before we watched it, but after, I was like, could they really make this good? Because knowing them, they just make everybody boring, and they just make it.
More interested in a live action than the animated for this.
They
film.
would. They would just
live action
make
could be dope.
It could be dope, but what was the last live action remake that we walked out of saying, wow, that was actually good?
I mean, what live action remake has been like this, though? Like this type of film?
Yeah, they've been remaking the classics.
I guess. I agree, though. I want to see remakes of the ones that are like not talked about, like Black Cauldron or Atlantis or Treasure Planet, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Number 38, Pocahontas. It's really nothing to say, to be honest. I mean, animation's good, the songs are good, the raccoon was funny.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about the villain in Pocahontas?
There was a villain.
Come on, man. Come on, bro.
I seriously don't remember the villain, bro. I don't remember.
I don't remember his name. What was his name? I don't know.
The fat dude.
The big dude with the hat, the purple hat, and the feather in his hat.
I swear to God, I have no idea who you're talking about, bro.
Oh, wow.
Did you even watch the movie?
Yes, I did. I watched it. I was on the phone with Alex when I did, bro. I only remembered her song, like her solo song in the beginning where she like jumps off the waterfall and shit. I remember that. Other than that, and I remember like a few scenes where the raccoon fights with a squirrel or some shit. I don't know. Other than that, I don't remember a single thing about this movie. It's forgettable.
Not memorable. I agree. It's not memorable. It looked like you gave it a higher score than I did, though.
I did. Number 37. This was actually disappointing to me because I enjoyed the first movie a lot, and you're gonna see that a lot higher. Rescuers Down Under, man. I watched the Rescuers movies for the first time during this crusade, I guess, and I love the first Rescuers. Like I went into that movie blind. I didn't know a single thing about it. I went into it blind. I was like, bro, this shit is fucking good. And so I was really excited for Rescuers Down Under, especially since it was a sequel. It was the first sequel of Disney animation. I was like, wow, they really decided to make a sequel to that movie. That means it must be good. And unfortunately, it is good. But it's kind of take a shot every time I say it's boring. You're gonna get drunk and destroyed. It's boring. The characters are still there, and it has some exciting moments. But I didn't really like the kid they had to go get this time, and I don't know. I kind of like the villain, but it was kind of just kind of just felt like the same old stuff. You know, have you guys seen Rescuers Down Under?
I haven't seen either one. Have you seen the first one, John?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't seen either one of those. I sat both of those out.
Number 36, Pinocchio. The reason that I have this is the second of the Golden Age. I think that's what the first one was called. I enjoy a lot of this, but I will say the first half of it is boring as fuck. You know, the animation is gorgeous. I really like Pinocchio. Geppetto is okay. He's not in it much, so I can't say whether he's a good character or not, but I like him. But the second half of the movie is much better. I like the second half. It is dark, and I think that's why I have it a lot higher, because there's some dark shit in this movie. Like, there's literally a scene where Pinocchio's in a bar smoking cigarettes. I mean, yes. I'm not joking. That happens. And I was like, what? You know, so I commend Disney for going there. They definitely would not go there now. But yeah, man, it's okay. The animation is really good though. Like the last 25 minutes, I was like, wow, this is like gorgeous. Like this is really cool. Have you guys seen Pinocchio at all?
Not in a while. I was a little kid the last time I saw it. But I do remember liking the animation. It's very vibrant and it's flowy, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm. Especially at the end with the whale.
Yeah.
I have never seen it.
You'd probably not like it.
You like to look at it. It's a beautiful movie, but
that's the case for all of these. That's not Home on the Range. Number 35. AJ might reach to the screen and strangle me. Raya and the Last Dragon. Yeah, man. I know pretty much everyone like loves this movie.
AJ is tight right now.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
He was ready.
I knew it was some on the list like this.
He was ready to choke me last night when we were watching it. Yeah, Raya. Listen. This movie is no doubt gorgeous. It is the second most recent Disney animated movie. It is beautiful to look at. I almost bought the 4K because of the animation alone. It is gorgeous. The voice work is all I wouldn't say all great. It's good. Really good. And the setup for the movie is fine. But the dialogue sometimes is not good.
In the chat. AJ, let's get him.
And honestly, it gets to a point where I found this movie boring. And the third act, I don't like some of the character decisions. Mainly the other girl that she's opposing.
I can agree with that.
She makes decisions and then flips it on Raya, and it's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I could agree on that. Me and you were talking about that last night. It was like, what? Like that doesn't.
It's baffling. I like the kid that cooks and Benedict Wong.
Benedict Wong's character.
I love me some Benedict Wong.
The baby too. Did you like the baby with the monkeys?
Yeah, the baby was funny. And I like. I just don't like that it's a MacGuffin story. I'm kind of tired of MacGuffin stories. I really am. I feel like that's all we're getting. In Disney movies, we got it with Rise of Skywalker. It's like, bro, do something else. They definitely did something else later last year, which we are definitely talking about much, much more later. But yeah, man, I don't know. I've seen it twice, and yeah, it just didn't do nothing for me. Stu, have you seen Raya and the Last Dragon?
I've not seen it. That's why I'm not saying.
Yeah, I was wondering because he didn't have a thought either way. So
yeah, I haven't seen it.
I don't know, man. It's honestly, it broke my heart to say it's not that good.
I'm curious to see what you think about it.
You are the first person that I know that said it wasn't that good.
So.
My score went down. I had it at a 5 when I first watched it. It was much like Ralph Breaks the Internet. Like when I watched it for the first time, I thought it was like the best thing since sliced bread. And then
I won't
like
say
I
it's
didn't
a
think about
bad
it
movie,
since.
though. Like from
And then
here,
with this
from
rewatch, I was
from
like,
like
I was like, okay, it's not as great as I thought before.
from here on out, these are all good movies. Like
Mhm.
literally, these are all good movies. It's just
Mhm.
how my preference.
Yeah.
But yeah, it breaks my heart to say this one wasn't that good because I watched the trailers. I was like, bro, this shit is about to be amazing.
Mhm.
And you know, number 34, The Princess and the Frog.
Mhm.
Quick, tell me the plot of this movie.
Gotta turn back into a human.
Turn
Like
back into
the
a
journey,
human.
the
It's
journey of
pretty
becoming a
straightforward.
human again.
Yeah.
That's basically what it
AJ
is.
He turns into
AJ
a frog. Gotta turn back into a human.
Right.
Yeah,
AJ
that's-
warned me that this movie was just nothing but frogs talking for
Walking
an hour and a
around
half.
talking.
I was like, okay, but let's see.
I was
And
not
that's
excited to
exactly
rewatch this.
it's exactly what the movie is. The movie, this is the last hand-drawn animated movie, and it's good. You
I
know,
feel kind of bad about how I feel about it because it is a black story, and it's just like I want to love it. I want to absolutely love
there's
it.
things I love about. I love New Orleans. New
Yeah,
Orleans
like, I
is
love
always
that
a place
feel,
that
and-
fascinates me. You know?
But like the contents of the film, like what's happening and like the pacing and things like that, it just doesn't work for me all the time.
I told AJ this. This is literally the animated version of The Greatest Showman. It has amazing songs. I really,
You know, some good songs.
I really dug the
The
songs.
music is awesome.
The animation is gorgeous,
Mhm.
Mhm.
but the story is
Animation
just
really good.
it's just meh. It's
And
nothing.
I
to
like
it.
the characters, but I have to agree there's nothing there for the narrative. It's very very watered down, and I think the songs, the animation, and the characters carry the movie. Because there's nothing there with story wise.
It's disappointing. Number 33. These next two, they're interchangeable. They're the same movie basically. This one is The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. I know AJ didn't watch this one with me.
I didn't watch
He
this one.
watched the next one with me.
Mhm.
But Many Adventures, I love me some Winnie the Pooh. I grew up on it hardcore, and I was actually kind of excited to watch this. And it's good, but it's kind of just people running around talking.
Mhm.
And I guess I'll just get into the next one. The next one is the 2011 Winnie the Pooh. I had these next to each other because they're both the same thing, basically. The first one is like different adventures. The 2011 one is one
adventure.
adventure. That's why I kind of like it more. But I thought the 2011 one, it has some pacing issues, but once it got going, it got going. We were having fun watching it. Animation is really good. The one thing we did not really love was the voice for Christopher Robin. I was like, what the actual fuck did you do? I was like, that is not
It didn't work.
hashtag not my Christopher Robin.
Not my Christopher Robin. No.
I haven't seen either one. The only thing of Winnie the Pooh that I've seen was the New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. That was the show that was on when I was a little kid.
I've seen
Yeah.
that too.
And Christopher Robin, which
I
I
haven't seen
love. I
Christopher Robin.
love Christopher Robin.
I
Oh,
love
Christopher
Christopher
Robin is
Robin.
good. It's not great, but it's good. It's really good.
It's not
AJ
great.
hasn't seen it yet. We're gonna watch it together.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
gonna
we
take
gonna
it.
watch
Bro.
it.
Yeah, don't expect the best thing since sliced bread, but it's definitely a feel good movie. It's a heartwarming movie.
Okay.
Especially if you got a family.
Mhm.
Yeah, man. What in that opening scene where I just saw all of them, I was like, oh fuck, this shit gonna destroy me, bro. But yeah, man, Winnie the Pooh, it's fun. You know, I love all these characters. I love me some Tigger. You know, but yeah, you know, it's fine. The number 31. Yeah, this is the one both these guys are gonna get me for. Oliver and Company. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. This was one of the two movies that they wanted me to watch and love. One of them I most definitely did, and you're gonna see it much higher. This one, man.
I know which one the other one is.
Yeah. But yeah, Oliver and Company, man. I enjoyed it, but it didn't really have that oomph to me. You know, I like the songs, you know, the one he sings in the city. I really like, you know, I enjoy it. It's cool.
Why should I worry?
Yeah, it's cool.
Shite.
And I like all the characters, but well, not all the characters, because well, I wouldn't say all the characters, but the character decisions, like people,
I know what you're
characters,
talking about.
characters get mad at each other, and it's like, but why are you getting mad at them?
It makes sense.
I mean, I don't know. That's just how I felt about it. I know you guys can speak your praise on Oliver and Company. I know you guys love it.
I love the movie.
It's
Yeah,
one of the best Disney movies ever made.
It's disappointing that you don't like it. I mean, yeah, I'm not saying that you obviously like it.
I like it, yeah.
It's disappointing that you don't love it, and I
have it this low.
Yeah,
I
like
love
you have it
love it
so
too.
low, bro.
It's sad.
It's kind
but
of
again,
heartbreaking.
you know, and this is what we're gonna get into. This is the part where we're gonna get a couple ones higher, but once we get to a certain point, it's not even a quality thing. It's just my preference. Because from like 25 up, they're all really good movies, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, Oliver and Company, man, I'll give it a rewatch. You know,
I respect it. I respect that you.
I respect it. I don't like it, but I respect it.
I can't relate, but I respect it.
Like, I can't relate. I acknowledge it, but I can't relate.
Number 30 is a movie. I think this one needs a live action remake. Meet the Robinsons, man. Meet the Robinsons. It's
oh my god. AJ's face.
Meet the Robinsons, man. I know I like this more than AJ did, but
like, you sure?
Meet the Robinsons is the definition of a mixed bag, because I like the characters a lot. The animation's cool, and the concept is really cool. And you know, it suffers from pacing issues a lot, but when it does, as it's suffering from pacing issues, it also throws in a plot twist or two, and you're like, what?
Or 3 or 5.
Like there were a lot of these. There's a lot of twists. There's a lot of twists, but they're really cool though. Like there was one.
Too many plot twists kind of bothers me.
No. There's not that many. There's not that many. They're plot twists that build off of, you know, each other, and they work. I think. And there was one where I totally forgot it happened because I haven't seen it in a while. It happened. I said, "What?"
And it was like a big thing in the film too. I did not catch that.
Yeah, man. So that's why it's frustrating for me that it's low, because there's a lot of really good things, but there's also things where it's like, okay. And also I think that the tone doesn't really work all that well, because it goes like dark a lot, but then there's also points where it's like really silly and wacky and people getting hit over the head with things. So I don't know. I do like it a lot though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check it out. I have no idea what it's about, so I'm going into it.
Yeah, go in blind. Once you see what it's about, you're gonna be like, what?
It is a cool concept. I will say that. I will admit.
Number 29, the one that started it all, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I expected to not like this movie because I was like, hey, it's a princess movie. I'm not really gonna like it. And I found myself thoroughly enjoying it, man. I really enjoyed Snow White a lot. It's not a movie where a lot of things happen necessarily. You know, it's kind of just, well, we're chilling and we're hanging around and we're singing, but it's fun, but again, this kind of suffers from the same thing that Meet the Robinsons does, where the tone doesn't really work a lot, because at points it's like, well, not actually at points, a lot of the movie is very just, cheerful and whimsical, and then there's other points where you got the evil witch or the evil queen fucking poisoning herself and making herself look all demented and fucked, and it's like, what the fuck, where did this come from?
Okay, out of nowhere. I've never seen this movie.
I don't know if you'd like it.
Yeah, I don't know if you'd like it.
Snow White's decent. Why is Gal Gadot the evil queen in live action? Because she looks like her. That's it. I don't agree with the casting, but that's exactly why she's casted as her, because she looks like her.
Mm-hmm.
Number 28. I don't know if John's gonna kill me for this one. Let's see.
I already know what it is. I already know what it is.
So say it if you know what it is.
Is it Alice in Wonderland?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
But no, I mean that's I think that's an appropriate spot for it. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I love the movie, but not a whole lot happens in the movie. So.
No, what is your star rating?
A lot happens, but not a lot that makes sense. It's not necessarily one through line. She has no objective other than to just get back home. But
it's a
fun time.
The animation is beautiful
for no reason.
And I love the vibe that it has. You can kick back and just chill, sing to the songs. It's fun. From here on out, these are all movies that I would rewatch. Like they're fun. That's pretty much all I can say about it. It's fun. I know John likes it a lot more.
It's a good time. Luke Review says Alice is trippy. That's what I love about it. Yes, that's what I love about it as well. I love the characters. The characters are hilarious. I love the Mad Hatter, the March Hare. I love the Queen, the King, and the Queen. They're very funny. I love the Walrus and the Carpenter scene. That got kind of dark, but it was funny. But it was funny though. But no, I agree with everything you said. Is like I said, it's not much of a through line. She doesn't really have much of an objective, but it's a good time. You want to just kick back, relax, and watch some silly stuff. Watch Alice in Wonderland.
Number 27, The Emperor's New Groove.
Hey, that opening song is dope, bro.
Yes, it is.
Oh, so good.
I'm gonna have to leave in like 2 seconds to do something. I'll be back really quick.
Okay.
It's being my mom. Emperor's New Groove, man.
Yeah, we watched this together, me and Tyler.
We sounds like a big
sorry. I'm kind of sorry I missed it.
I watched the movie in its entirety. AJ was knocked the fuck out.
Oh shoot! Yeah.
Yeah, man. But yeah, Emperor's New Groove. It's so much fun. I've seen people say, "Oh, it's unlikable because Kuzco is unlikable," but that's the point.
That's the point. It's a redemption. It's a redemption arc.
I loved it. Yeah, that's why I love it, because of the dark humor. Like seeing people get flung out of buildings and shit. Like that shit it's hilarious. I love it.
Yo, we got to talk about Kronk though. Kronk.
Kronk is great. Kronk is great.
Kuzco's poison.
Oh man, rest in peace, bro.
Squeak, squeakity, squeak, squeaking.
He's so.
Where has my acorn gone?
I love the characters. I love the energy. It's just so much fun. I liked that as a kid a lot, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Number 26. This one's for AJ, Brother Bear. This is a movie that kind of gets hated on, and I kind of don't know why. The first
it's depressing.
I mean,
movie's sad, bro.
The first 15 minutes was weird. First of all, I hate the aspect ratio. I don't know why they fucking did weird. That.
Yeah, it was like a box. It was like inside the screen.
I almost turned it off because I thought the whole movie.
He did. He was like, I'm about to turn this off.
It was almost impossible to watch it like that. It bothered me.
It was bars on top and bottom and left.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Nah.
But when he becomes a bear, it changes, and it becomes brighter. It changes. I was like,
the animation gets better.
Bro, it was so gorgeous. But from there on out, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun. The characters are dope. And even though I saw the plot twist coming like a mile away, like we were 20 minutes in and I was like, That's
And
gonna be
that
the
you,
plot twist
and
of
I
the movie.
think that's why the movie depresses me so much, because I know you figure out the plot twist early on in the movie, and you know it's coming. And I spent the duration of the movie waiting on it to happen, and I think that's what brought me down when I watched this.
You can see them bonding, and you can see
Yeah,
them
it's like this
getting
is
happier together.
yeah, like this, but it's
And
gonna
then you're
come to
like,
an abrupt end.
it's about to. Yeah, I get it. I get
Um,
that. I love that movie
but
though.
yeah, it's
It's
good,
so heartwarming.
and I don't really know why it's hated on.
It's
I really dig
heart-wrenching.
it.
Yeah.
Number 25. This is one. Luke probably gonna turn up for this one.
Oh.
Chicken Little, bro.
Yo, we had way too much fun watching that
We
movie.
went into this movie. I went into this movie. I know everyone says this movie's terrible. This was among the most fun I had watching these movies. This movie is fucking hilarious. It is so absurd. And this is the Evil Dead 2 of Disney movies, bro. This movie is so obnoxious and insane that I was laughing. We were laughing our fucking asses off.
For about an hour of that movie, we were.
I agree. I full-heartedly agree. Nothing makes sense. Nothing makes sense. It's so stupid. But
I mean,
I think the movie knows
it's outrageous. It's outrageous. It makes sense in an outrageous way.
I feel like the movie knows that though. Like to be honest,
does.
because
it's self-aware.
A movie cannot be this absurd without knowing that it's this absurd. Like things happen in this movie that me and AJ were in tears for.
We were like, what?
Like there's literally a scene where they're watching Indiana Jones and the boulder's coming through, and then a real boulder comes through the screen.
The theater. Everybody goes, ah!
There's a scene where
they're running out of theater.
There's a scene where the aliens start vaporizing people, and a little girl got vaporized, and I just hear AJ go, oh!
Gas all the air out of the room.
It was hilarious.
It was the first 30 seconds of the movie. It's like we just get thrown into it, and everybody's running and screaming, and like it's just chaos. Bro,
I'm adding this to my watch list, man.
It's so fucking funny, bro. It's so funny. Just know it's not gonna make sense. If you know it's not gonna make any sense, and you just want to laugh at some weird shit for an hour and a half, Chicken Little, bro. It's so fucking funny. Oh man, I lost my train of thought. All right, number 24. I'm sorry, AJ. Mulan. Yeah. You got I didn't plan this, but I gotta go really quick. Y'all can talk about Mulan real quick. I'll be right back.
Man, you gonna leave on that note?
No, right? How you gonna do that to us?
How you gonna put Mulan that low on the list? And I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't love Mulan as much as most people, but wow, that's pretty low.
It's low. I think it's 24. Well, he said that all these movies are pretty much things that he'll watch again that he likes. So I get it. I get it. But also it's not 24 for me. It's definitely higher than 24 for me. But also I haven't watched all these movies that he's watched. So
yeah, if I'm ballparking it, because I have a rank mine, but if I'm ballparking it, I'll probably put it like 15 for me.
I would probably put it around top 10. It might not make my top 10, but it'll be around that for sure. Yeah, like 12 ish.
Yeah, a lot of people got Mulan in they top 5.
Top 5. Like, it's I think if you would have asked me some years ago, it would have been in my top 5. But after like a few rewatches and after the remake, and then going back to watch this, it's just kind of like, like there are some issues. There are some things that just don't really work. Mushu does carry a lot of the film, and
he's the best thing about the movie.
In my opinion, he's the best part of the best part of the movie, really.
Yeah.
Honestly. So Yeah,
this oughta on you.
you
This
decide
oughta on your cow.
Exactly. Like, but I do love it. I just picked it up on 4K for Black Friday for $5.
Nice.
So
Nice.
yeah, man, Mulan. It's great. I do understand that there are some issues, you know, with not being culturally sensitive about certain things and like that, but
that was a Disney thing up until recently, when you know the culture kind of forced them to be a little bit more socially aware.
Yeah,
Because a lot of the movies that we've mentioned on this list before, you cannot
especially
make
especially the old time,
the old ones,
so
you couldn't they like with the Jungle Book remake, they had to change that tremendously. You couldn't have a bunch of monkeys acting like stereotypical black people. You couldn't do that now.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. That would definitely get shut down.
Yeah, for sure. Sure.
So yeah, Mulan, man. When's the first time you seen Mulan? Did you watch that as a kid, or did you?
I saw it in the theater. My mom took me to see it when it came out. Yeah, I was 8. This came out in 1998, right? I was 8.
Okay.
And I mean, I loved it. I think my mom loved it more than I did.
I'm guessing she still likes it a lot.
I would assume so. We haven't watched it together in a long time, but I would assume she still loves it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you know, like we said before, Mushu was easily the best part of the movie. And this movie has great music.
It does. It really does.
Reflection is dope.
Yeah, for sure.
My favorite song is "I'll Make a Man Out of You."
Oh yeah, that's the best song. That's the best song. You can't.
That's one of my favorite.
That's the
Disney
one that
songs,
everybody
bro.
knows too. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I saw Mulan for the first time on, I think it was either VHS or DVD. And I really enjoyed it. It kind of went down over time a little bit in score, but it's still great.
Yeah, for sure. So why do you have this at number 24?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah, we need to talk about that.
The reason that I have this number 24 is because
you're drunk. We know that.
Somebody smoking and drinking.
Oh, we gonna be saying that a lot.
Oh shoot, tonight oh my gosh, bro.
I'm so excited for this stream tonight.
Right.
For those of you that are still in the chat, please tune in tonight on Alex Thompson's channel.
Nerd Talk. Nerd Talk is gonna be banger. But yeah, man, Mulan. I love the animation. I love Mulan as a character. I love the songs. Mushu is a goat. But the villain, man, it's really the villain. You know, I
get that.
This piece of paper is as interesting as the villain in this movie. He looks cool and he's menacing, awesome. But I don't know anything about him. And
John Quick, what's his name? No Google. I see the sweat boiling up on your forehead, bro.
Hold on. I know his name. I keep wanting to say Shang Tsung, but I know that's not right.
Man said Shang Tsung, not Shang Tsung.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry.
But yeah,
I need a lifeline on this one.
It's good, and I love her character and her story, you know, but I don't know, man. At this point, it's basically just preference, to be honest. You know, there's one or two things where I was like, maybe I didn't really love that. Number 23. This is what we were talking about earlier with Atlantis. Treasure Planet, baby. Treasure Planet. This was hilarious because I expected Atlantis to be great because people say that one's great. But then they say Treasure Planet's not great. But then me and AJ said, no, Treasure Planet is great.
I've never heard that. It's usually the opposite. I feel like I find myself defending Atlantis a lot.
I mean,
but
hey.
I didn't say it.
No, I've heard people say Atlantis is good. I've never heard people say
really
Treasure
hear a whole
Planet
lot of
was
people
that
talk
good,
about
man.
Atlantis.
I've never heard anybody say Treasure Planet was bad.
Every
time somebody talks about it, they say, "Oh, it's underrated." I mean, and it is,
Mm-hmm.
But I've never heard anybody say Treasure Planet was
Treasure Planet, man. We went into this blind and we had so much fun watching this.
It's a good one.
You know,
it was dope.
The third act of this movie, we were turning up, man.
Yeah.
When he's on the board and he cranks it up and go boom, and he goes flying, man. We were like, whoo!
Yeah, we was both screaming.
Bro, we was going crazy watching Treasure Planet. It's
now
so
I
much
do
fun.
agree that it's a better movie than Atlantis. My preference is Atlantis just because of the aesthetic.
But
I do agree that Treasure Planet is the better movie.
You know, I think it's really cool. I love the world. You know, it's so cool. And I want to say, we were both saying it. We were like, I would love to see this in live action. But at the same time, it's like,
we were saying that at some points in the movie. And at other points, we were like, we do not need to see this in live action. like some points of the film.
Bubble shit. Is
like how are you going to do that in live action and make it look fun and cute and interesting? I don't know, man.
I don't know, man, but Treasure Planet was really fun, and I would definitely rewatch it again. But I'd rewatch most of these again. Mm-hmm. Well, actually, all of these.
All of them. So, yeah.
From here on out, well, Mulan was a 4, too. Actually, from Brother Bear was a 4. From here on out, these are 4s to 4.5 to 5. It's like, these are really good. Number 22 is one I just watched last week, 2 weeks ago. Zootopia, man. This is funny with Zootopia. I always watched everything before they start investigating what's happening, and then I guess I just did not finish the movie. I don't know why, but finishing the movie, I honestly think I need to rewatch it again because I went into it blind. Other than knowing, like, oh, hey, it's a city full of animals. I didn't know anything about the movie. Mm-hmm. So, you know, it was a little bit jarring that there's a lot of, like, racial innuendos. Mm-hmm. And, you know, it's not a bad thing. I like that. You know, that's cool. You know, and also the plot, you know, I didn't know. So I was like, that's a little jarring, you know.
It's a very, very socially aware movie. It's probably the most socially aware Disney movie that they've made.
And I think the tonal shift is what really hurts the movie. But that was on the first watch. I think if I watch it again with the knowledge of the tonal shift, I think I'd like it a lot more.
That was my 4th time watching the movie, and I still feel the same way. The tonal shift is abrupt
because you go from. The movie's very funny. I will say it's very funny. Mm-hmm. Like it's never not funny. You know, this man Stu, I've never heard this man laugh so hard in my life. The sloth scene, that scene is hilarious.
It is,
bro.
Funny.
This man was in straight tears, bro. I've never heard this man laugh so hard in my life.
This man was about to break rib laughing so hard.
I couldn't breathe. I was laughing.
It's funny though. It is the funniest part of the movie.
It is.
But yeah, man. I think if I rewatched it, I'd like it a lot more. But it's solid though. I love the characters. Sure. What's his name? Jason Bateman is. You know, Jason Bateman. I love Jason Bateman. Yeah. I love Jason Bateman. Yeah. I think he's a little bit underrated, if you ask me.
Really?
Yes.
I feel like
I used to say that, but then I realized he plays the same role a lot. He's very good at it. He's extremely good at playing a very anxious person.
I feel like Jason Bateman's in everything though.
I
feel like
he's in a lot, but nobody. But nobody.
What was the last thing he was in though?
He was in Thunder Force, and he's got a show on Netflix.
Yeah, Ozark.
Yeah, he was in Thunder Force.
Yeah, I didn't see Thunder Force. I probably want
that Christmas movie, Office Christmas Party. I know that was a
game night.
You just made me depressed. Moving on.
Mentioned Thunder Force on the stream. My bad.
Number 21 is Robin Hood. Robin Hood, man. I feel like this one's not talked about enough.
I agree.
Robin Hood is a lot of fun, man.
Yeah.
I kind of went
It's
into
silly.
this blind, even though who doesn't know the story of Robin Hood? But it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I would say I'd want a live action remake, but we've had like 20 Robin Hoods at this point.
Yeah, we do not need another Robin Hood movie. Stop making Robin Hood movies.
Yeah, the only other one I would want to see is Disney doing it. Like the animated adaptation, but it's a lot of fun, man. The songs are fun. And I love the tone. The hijinks are all funny. It's funny. It's a good time.
The King is such a doofus.
Yes, he is. He's great.
2 Fox movies in a row.
I love the way he's talking. It's so funny. It's a movie that he knows what it is.
I haven't
Number 20. This is the one. This is the one I did not expect to be this high. Frozen 2, man. Frozen 2.
Stu's face, bro. I was waiting for his reaction.
Frozen 2, man. I don't know what it was, but I thoroughly enjoyed this movie significantly more than the first one. And I know most people, it's the other way. They really like the first one. And they hate this one. Like I saw a lot of people say, "Oh, I hate this movie. Fuck this shit."
That was you.
Yesterday
before you watched it.
And I'm not saying Frozen 2 is necessarily a better movie than Mulan. Like Mulan has a lot more oomph to it, but I would say that I enjoyed watching Frozen 2 a lot more. And it mainly had to do with everything with Elsa. Everything with Elsa is fucking awesome. Yeah, and the animation is just gorgeous, and the songs, most of them are good. Olaf's is awful, and Kristoff's is even worse. I actually know Kristoff's sequence is bad. The song itself is okay. Like I was vibing to the song. It's just the sequence itself is not good. But I thoroughly enjoyed it, man. Like Elsa has 2 banger songs. Like Into the Unknown is amazing. But the other one in the second act that she sings, I'm like, bro, this shit is raw, bro. I really liked Frozen 2 a lot, and I don't know. I kind of find it hilarious that I like this one so much, but I don't like the first one like that.
Into the Unknown is the best song in the Frozen franchise, whatever, the Frozen verse. It is, man. It is. Yep.
We said what we said.
I do enjoy Frozen 2.
Show yourself, yes.
More than the first one.
Yes,
but
that shit, man, I was jamming to that shit, bro. That shit is dope.
Yeah.
Number 19, The Great Mouse Detective, man. The Great Mouse Detective.
Another one I haven't seen in a long time.
This is a nice little surprise. I think Disney had a thing for rats back in the day, man. Or mice. The Great Mouse Detective. It was a lot of fun. This one was a lot like Rescuers. It kind of has that similar plot. Because they're basically the same thing. They gotta help a kid. Only in Rescuers, a kid gets kidnapped. In Great Mouse Detective, a kid's parents gets kidnapped. But it's a lot of fun, man. I love the vibe of it. It's Sherlock Holmes, but mice. It's fun. Number 18, The Little Mermaid. The Little Mermaid. This movie's awesome. From here on out, these are like 4.5. Like it was hard at this point. Nightmare Before Christmas isn't a Disney animated movie. It has the Disney logo on it, but it was not released by Disney. No, we did not. We're getting there later.
We are getting into that.
Much later. Little Mermaid, man. Little Mermaid is really good. My really only issue is that the pacing is a little off at points.
Agreed.
But other than that, the animation's gorgeous. I do think Ariel's kind of stupid to a certain extent, where she gives up her voice.
Oh yeah,
just to
she's
be with
definitely a
someone.
simp.
Not
She a simp.
naive.
Oh.
I
yeah.
would say naive. I would
But,
say more naive than
Ursula's really cool as a villain. Scary, you know.
Yeah. Ursula is one of the best Disney villains.
I like Sebastian. Love Sebastian. Under the sea. That's it. Yo, that seek, man. Yo, we was turning up watching that. I love Triton. He's awesome. I'm shitting myself for this live action remake. I really am.
I
why
keep forgetting that's a thing.
Why Melissa McCarthy as Ursula? Why? I don't understand that casting choice. I really don't. I could say something, but it's gonna sound wrong.
Yeah,
and I don't want to say that.
We all know what we all know.
Yeah. I don't know, but as for the movie, I love it so much. Yeah, there's nothing really more to say. Number 17, Tarzan, baby. Tarzan. This is some good shit, man. I love Tarzan. I know
this is another one that people will have your head for. I agree with your placement of it, but this is another one that
yeah, I don't know why Tarzan gets a lot of flack, man. I love Tarzan. The music is so great. I love the animation. I love what they do because this was like one of the first ones where they were hybriding the CGI with it, and it looks really cool.
Yeah,
especially when he's like, I guess sliding,
swinging, and sliding on the branches. Awesome. Yeah.
Yes, it was touched on. Yeah, Tarzan
we watched this
really
one together.
I know AJ didn't really like Clayton like that. I really did Clayton a lot. I like him as a villain.
I like Clayton too.
The way he dies is hilarious.
Oh, it's dark.
It is hilarious. Is one word for it.
He was like, "Oh!"
Fun fact: Clayton actually does the Tarzan yell, not Tony Goldwyn. Tony Goldwyn didn't have enough oomph in his voice,
he took over. He said,
"Yeah." So the guy that did Clayton, he did it. He did it once, and they was like, "Yep, that's it right there."
Wow.
But yeah, Tarzan's really cool. I love the vibe. I love all the characters. I love what's her fucking name?
Jane?
No, the monkey, his best friend.
Rosie O'Donnell.
Rosie O'Donnell. Yeah, Rosie O'Donnell.
Character.
She's so much fun. I love her. And I love the vibe. It's so much fun. I love the part where they make the songs out of all the tools. It's so much fun. I love
that part. That part. I love that part. It didn't last as long as I wanted it to. That was a very short but very, very good scene.
Yes, we did. It's out of 53. It is number 34.
I feel like the movie wasn't really a musical, so that kind of caught me off guard. The whole monkeys with the tools and stuff,
and that the montage where he's becoming adult. That shit makes me want to run laps, bro. That's some good shit, bro.
The soundtrack, man.
Number 16, The Rescuers, baby. Oh man, The Rescuers. This was some good shit, bro. If you go into this blind, I think you'll thoroughly enjoy it. I love the characters. I love the plot. Like the movie started, and I was like, "Damn!" I was like, it goes there a little bit, you know. And it gets really intense, and you know, I love the little girl, and you know, it's really cool. You know, you feel that urgency throughout the movie. If you know what it is, then you feel it. It's like, listen, we got to get from point A to point B fast, or else shit is going to go down. You know, very good movie. I wish the sequel was as good as this one, because I'd be screaming to the heavens that both of them were underrated, but I'm screaming to the heavens that this one is underrated because this shit is awesome. Number 15, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, baby. This is another one that people don't really like love, and I don't really get it. Hunchback is really good. You
The
know,
movie is kind of fantastic.
It's not a feel good movie. That I've noticed a trend. The movies that are underrated are not necessarily movies that make
yeah,
you feel
Rescuers.
good.
Yeah, Rescuers doesn't like that.
Yeah,
Brother Bear.
yeah.
Yeah, Hunchback, man. I went into this blind. I forgot what my issue was. I think it was pacing or the story. It was one or the other. But other than that, I thoroughly enjoyed
For me,
this.
it was pacing. It gets slow in the second.
It was the pacing.
Yeah.
The animation is gorgeous. The songs are awesome. I love the
Villain is
Hunchback.
dope.
The Bells of Notre Dame. That's one of the
Yeah.
best opening songs in
It's
Disney
good.
ever.
It's fantastic.
It's good, man. It's just it's really good. I love the story. The third act is awesome. It's really cool, and there's really nothing much more said about it. It's awesome.
It has a great voice cast too.
Yeah,
Man,
it's good.
You got Demi Moore and Kevin Kline. I forget who Quasimodo was.
It's probably, well, real quick, I feel like it's probably one of the most modern Disney films that goes dark. Because the older ones did get pretty dark, but this one is probably the most modern one that gets dark.
Well, this came out after Tarzan. No,
before I think.
Yeah,
it was before. It was 96.
Tarzan got a little dark at points.
Yeah, but they weren't throwing babies. They weren't killing babies though. Like,
yeah, you're right. Number 14, childhood favorite. Peter Pan, baby. Peter Pan. Oh man, Peter Pan. I love Peter Pan so much. It's not perfect, and on the rewatch, I saw a couple issues, mainly the racial stuff. Oof. I can understand someone watching this and being like, what the fuck do you have me watching? This is a boycotting Disney. Fuck this shit. And I do think
around Thanksgiving, you'll get real mad.
And I love the scene where it's basically the same scene where they're dancing around with the Native Americans. That scene goes way too long, and honestly, it doesn't really need to be in the movie, to be honest. It's just there that way the kids can get captured. But other than that, I love this movie so much. I love the vibe. I love Peter Pan. I love all the Lost Boys. Captain Hook is great. A fucking crocodile is amazing. I love when the crocodile is chasing him. That shit is hilarious. That shit, I love Space. This shit is so funny. It's so funny. I think also Tinkerbell gets a little bit annoying. Like I get it, she's jealous, but like there's a point where
I think Tinkerbell is just an annoying character in general.
There's a point where she gets like she's trying to kill Wendy, and it's like, all right, bro, it's not that deep, bro.
Right.
Live action Peter Pan and Wendy from the Green Knight director Jude Law as Captain Hook. Is the director of the Green Knight directing that? I didn't know that. I knew about the rest of that. I'm not excited for that other than Jude Law as Captain Hook. I saw that.
I really like when Jude Law plays a villain. I like him being the bad guy more.
I saw him in the costume. I saw him on set, and the costume looks really cool. Sprite is more annoying than Tinkerbell. No, she's not. Stop.
We're not gonna bring Eternals into this.
But yeah, man, Wreck-It Ralph. I meant to say Peter Pan. Peter Pan. I like it.
Two totally different.
Number 13, Wreck-It Ralph.
Wreck-It Ralph.
Gotcha. Nice.
Wreck-It Ralph, man. We getting up there. Wreck-It Ralph.
I did not expect you to have Wreck-It Ralph this high. I was not expecting that. I don't know. I didn't think you liked it that much to put it in like your top 15.
Wreck-It Ralph, that's some good shit. Wreck-It Ralph, man. Oh man, this movie's just so much fun. It's so much fun. You know, I love the video game stuff. It's hilarious. There's points to this movie where I was just laughing my ass off. It's so fucking funny. it's great. You know, I love this was hailed as the best video game movie before we started getting good ones, and it's kind of hilarious that that's the case. But yeah, I love the world. Jane Lynch is hilarious in this movie, which I don't think I've ever said about Jane Lynch ever.
Facts,
I
bro.
told him, I was like,
Facts,
the
though.
only reason she's good in this movie is because she just gets to yell for 90 minutes. And that's the only thing she's good at, realistically. So, you know, I was like, I guess that's why she's good in the movie. But I love all the characters. Vanellope's great. The animation's good, man. I love it. It's so good.
It's so good.
The scene where they go into Jane Lynch's game, or Ralph goes into Jane Lynch's game, that shit is
Heroes
awesome.
Duty.
Yeah,
Heroes Duty. How can you forget that? How can you forget the name of that game?
That shit is great.
Oh man.
But yeah, man, Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah,
It's so good.
I love Wreck-It Ralph. And Wreck-It Ralph, it hit home for me. I really love that movie. I love the reveal of Vanellope. Yeah, yeah, Vanellope's reveal is dope, man. I was cheering.
No, not that. I thought you were talking about the Turbo shit.
Turbo.
Oh yeah, no, that too. Yeah, the reveal of Turbo. Yeah, that was.
That's a Disney plot twist no one talks about. Bro.
Oh yeah,
that shit. I remember the first time I saw that, I was like, "What?"
Yeah, for sure. I was the same way when I first saw it. I was like, "Yo!"
The Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah. Number 12 is The Fox and the Hound, man. Fox and the Hound. Went into this blind. As a kid, I saw Fox and the Hound 2 more than Fox and the Hound. I don't think I ever saw the original Fox and the Hound as a kid. Because I always looked at it and I was like, this shit is old. I don't want to watch this. I want to watch the new shit. So I always watched Fox and the Hound 2. I don't remember a single thing about it. Although I don't. Well, watching this movie, I don't understand how that movie exists because
it's two other sets of animals, right?
It's the same.
It's the same animals.
No,
yeah.
Oh,
and it makes no sense because at the end of this movie, I think it's like a prequel or something. But it's like, how does that make any sense?
Yeah, they meet in this movie.
Yeah, and they weren't allowed to be with each other at a point. I don't know. Why are we talking about Fox and the Hound too? Fox and the Hound is really good. I think John, this is another one. No one really talks about it because it's not a feel-good movie. It's depressing as fuck.
But it's good.
It's really good. You know, I love both characters. You know, and you feel really bad for the fox because he can't be with his best friend. You know, like how would you feel?
Man cry?
Yeah. You know, like how would you feel if you were a little kid and you had full access to your best friend? Like he lives next door, and your parents are always telling you, "Oh, you can't see that person ever again." That's some fuck shit.
Yeah, you move away. Yeah. What if you move away?
No, not if you move away, because that's different. But like if you literally live next door to them and you're like forbidden from seeing them, that's terrible, bro. You know, it's a really good movie. The third act, I was not expecting that third act. I was like, damn,
it was intense.
It was really good though. I know Alex ain't here. Shout out to him, but yeah, I know he really loves this one. Number 11. This was hard. This was really hard. This was so hard. I wanted it to be in the top 10, but it's not. I wanted it to be in the top 10. Hercules, man.
Oh.
Listen,
John.
it's 11. It's 11, bro.
John.
And considering what movie is over this, you gonna understand why, bro.
Oh my god!
Listen, man. I don't know how I went my whole life without watching Hercules, man. It's really good. It's so much fun. Danny DeVito steals the whole movie easily. James Woods is awesome as Hades. I love him.
He's phenomenal.
I'm curious. I don't know if it's still happening, if they're doing the live action remake with
Look reviews. Get out.
Good sir.
There's the door.
Good sir. You was giving me shit for having Bambi in the bottom 50, bro. I don't want to hear nothing from you,
I'm
bro.
kind of with Luke. I'm kind of
No,
with Luke.
you can get out.
I'm kinda-
You can get out. No,
Hercules is great.
Hercules is next to perfect.
It is.
And I'll die on that hill.
He said, I'm
We
with
could
Luke.
fight, AJ. It don't matter.
Get out the Wendy's.
Yep.
Behind the Wendy's.
Behind the Wendy's.
Excuse me.
No, Hercules is really good. Hercules is really good.
Yeah, man. I love the world. Animation is great. The songs are awesome. It's so much fun. It really is. But I am curious as to I am curious as to if this live action remake with the Russo brothers is happening still.
I think it's still happening. I'm a little worried.
I'm shitting myself.
worried.
Honestly, I'm shitting myself for all the live action remakes at this point. I'm not confident in a single one. The last one I was confident in was Lion King, and that was terrible.
And what makes me worried about it is that I feel like it's gonna be like Aladdin, and I like Aladdin, but I don't want Hercules to be like Aladdin. I feel like that's what they're gonna do.
I feel like, honestly, if they do Hercules, I feel like they're not gonna make it like fun. They're gonna make it like, oh, look at the big gods, look at the big action sequences. They're not gonna make it like the animated one where it's like a lot of fun and comical.
Yeah, it has a lot of
I
heart.
see them doing that.
Yeah.
Number 10. We're in the top 10, ladies and gentlemen. This is the nitty gritty. Number 10 is Tangled. Tangled, man. I love Tangled. It's good.
You got Tangled over Hercules?
Bro, they're tied, bro. Honestly, they're tied. I could switch them. It's whatever.
Yeah, switch them. Go ahead and switch them. Do that
Go ahead and do that now.
Expeditiously.
Tangled, man. The animation is gorgeous. I love Rapunzel. Zachary Levi is super entertaining. My boy Maximus. I love the horse. Maximus is great. I love Maximus. He's hilarious. And I don't know, man. I really like it a lot.
He has so much personality without uttering a single word.
Yep.
Love Maximus, bro.
I think my main negative is that I don't think the villain was in it enough. I don't know.
I can see that. See that.
She is, and I get why she's not there because they want to focus on Rapunzel's character development. But I feel like she could have been in there just a little bit more. I don't know. That's just how I feel.
Yeah, I agree with that, and I feel like the villain could have had a little bit more, I don't know, it was a little bit more intimidating, a little bit more menacing, because it didn't really feel like the stakes were that high with the villain. So, yeah.
I haven't seen it since I saw it in the theater. So
haven't seen it since.
It's good though. I really dig it. I want to get it on 4K because that animation is
gorgeous. Animation is gorgeous.
That song
we
in
can
the
say
beginning.
that with a lot of these.
That animation. That song in the beginning. AJ was turning up.
I was turning up, bro. Turning up with Rapunzel, bro.
Oh, okay. From here on out, these are 5 out of 5s. From here on out, these are 5 out of 5. So this is basically just which one I would watch on a preference. Number 9. This was the last. Actually, yes, this was the last first time watch, and this is one that I absolutely loved. Aristocats, baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
This might have been the most fun I had watching one of these movies. I had so much fun watching Aristocats. I love Aristocats. It's so much fun. The characters are great. I love the songs. Man, let me tell you something. When at the end of this movie, when she goes, "Oh, this is a surprise for you in the basement," and you hear the music starting, I said, "Oh, man."
Blew this man's mind.
Oh, my God. That song is just in my brain, bro. I love that song. It's so good. But I love the vibe of this movie. All the cats are really entertaining. The scene with the robber where they're trying to find the cats. I love it. This shit is hilarious. But when they're fighting under
with the
the
butler?
bridge, yeah,
Yeah.
it is hilarious. Also the butler's hilarious, bro. This man was trying to kill these poor
is.
kittens, bro.
The two dogs are hilarious
Dogs,
too.
man. That whole
Yeah.
sequence with the dogs and the butler, bro.
Later,
Hilarious.
I'll say when we go. All right, let's go.
that
All right.
sequence, I was not expecting that, bro. They gave that man a bad day.
Mhm.
Luke said, "I love the Aristocats back in the day. It hasn't aged, but I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
With
Has
the,
that
with the
possibly-
with the racism stuff.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Siamese
Everybody
cat.
wants to be a
Yeah.
cat.
The
I wanted
Siamese
to
cat
be
with the
Thomas
chopsticks.
O'Malley. Don't we all want to be Thomas O'Malley? The great O'Malley. All right.
Okay.
Number 8. I can grab the steelbook because it's right here. 101 Dalmatians.
I thought you were gonna have that higher. I thought that was gonna be in your top 5, bro.
I thought so too.
Nah, man.
The way you talk about that
101
movie, I thought it was gonna be in
Dalmatians.
your top 5.
I
Thought so too.
have always loved 101 Dalmatians. It's so heartwarming. And this might be because I'm a dog person. I don't care. It's so heartwarming. I get so invested in this movie. And I just genuinely love this movie from start to end. I love the song, because there's only one. The Cruella de Vil sequence. I love that. That shit is so much fun to watch. And it's just so much fun. You know, Cruella de Vil is an amazing villain. I love her. And I think they did her a good job in the live action remake. I just saw it for the first time. I enjoy that remake a lot, actually. I love all the characters.
Oh,
Luke, get to stepping, bro.
You got
Get to stepping, bro.
yo.
You said Bambi was among the top tier, bro. I'm sorry.
He said
I'll
top
never
10.
forgive you for that one.
Bambi in the top 10 though. Wow.
But yeah, I love 101 Dalmatians. I've always loved it. It was one of those, first animated movies that it's always stuck with me, and I really just I love it so much. Number 7 is Moana. You're welcome.
I thought that was gonna be higher too.
Moana, man. I know AJ and John aren't big on it as much as I am. Quite frankly, Moana is just perfect to me. I love it so much. The songs are fantastic. I love every single one. The animation is beyond the word beautiful. I love Moana as a character. The Rock is hilarious and entertaining. And I love the story. I love it. It's so much fun to watch, and I love the ride. At the end where she's like, "No, I'm about to take him down myself." I was like, "Damn, that." I love it. I was in a Moana play. That's cool.
Wow. Who'd you play?
Yeah, let us know. But yeah, I love Moana. I always have, and oh my god, that movie is so good. I'm kind of afraid for whatever that show is going to be on Disney Plus, but I hope it's good. Number 6, just watched it last night, man. Encanto, man. Encanto, man.
Oh shoot.
Encanto, man. I was not gonna see this in theaters, but AJ
said, "See it, bro."
Yeah, and
See it, bro.
For those who don't know, I have a thing with kids movies in the theater, and that's because basically through all of 2019, I had shit experiences in kids movies, so I did not want to go see this, or I don't see any kids movie in the theater. And when I saw everyone saying like, "Oh, Encanto's really good," I said, "Okay, maybe I'll go see it." So I waited a week or so, and I saw it in the movies, and I saw it in an empty theater, which was paradise beyond belief. An empty theater for a kids movie. I was like, thank everything holy. So I sat in that empty theater, and I just fell in love. I did. It is so freaking good. And on the second watch last night, I loved it even more. It's so good. The songs are all great. The animation is gorgeous beyond belief. Like you literally see pebbles of sand on people's faces. Like you can count them,
Green,
as
like
AJ
grains,
said.
yeah.
You
Count
can
the grains of
count
sand
them.
for sure.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Mary
Even on the
Rose
stream, not just
awesome.
on the
Yeah.
physical, because we don't have it on physical yet.
But it's just I
Yeah,
love this
Maribel
movie.
she's a great protagonist.
I love her.
Her,
All the
her
characters.
sister's song was my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, which one? Wait, yeah,
The
which
Surface
one?
Pressure?
The big strong one.
Yeah,
I can't
Yeah,
remember her
Surface
name.
Pressure.
Louisa.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good.
Bro,
The
last
songs are
night
all
was my
great.
4th time watching the movie.
Bruno was probably my favorite character though.
Really?
I'm
Yeah.
very shocked to hear that. Bro.
Yeah.
I didn't. We were talking about it. We were like, we kind of expected another big actor, not John Leguizamo.
Yeah.
We were like, okay,
Mhm.
I guess.
He's decent though. I don't think he's
fine.
bad.
I expected it to be Lin-Manuel Miranda. I didn't think it was gonna be John Leguizamo because I figured, Lin-Manuel produced the movie. He's gonna be in it somewhere. He probably is, but
Yeah, he probably does something. But big.
all right, let's move on to the top 5, man. Number 5 is going to be Big Hero 6.
Mhm.
Oh man, Big Hero 6. You take a damn good Disney movie, sparkle a little Marvel flavor in there, and you got a nice, decent 5 out of 5 from me. This movie is amazing. I love this movie so much. You know, I love all the superhero shit. Again, I'm a sucker for superhero movies. I really am. And when they're really good and you just add a damn good script in a Disney movie, how am I not going to like it? You know, I rewatched it with John. I don't think AJ was there for that. Were you?
I was there.
You were there.
Yeah, AJ was there.
And it's so fucking good. John, this was your first time watch. What did you think of Big Hero 6?
Oh, I really enjoyed it. I don't like it quite as much as you. It's definitely not in my top 5, but it's a very, very good movie.
Wait, was I there? I wasn't there.
Yes, you were. You watched it with us. Oh no,
that was Alex.
Right. You watched it.
That was Alex.
Yeah, Alex was there.
Yeah, Alex was there with us.
Remember?
I was watching it and y'all were on the phone with me.
Remember when the rumor bit? Yeah, and I was okay with this because it is a Marvel property. It's a Marvel property. It doesn't have the Marvel logo on it, but it's technically a Marvel movie when you think about it. So they could do that if they wanted to. Would I want it? I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know either. I'm kind of on the fence about that.
You know, but it makes sense. I'm not saying it doesn't make sense. It's like saying it's not like saying, oh yeah, let's bring the Incredibles with the Avengers. Like, no, that's stupid.
I feel like Big Hero 6 doesn't quite fit the tone of the MCU. I don't know.
Are you sure about that?
I think it would fit in quite fine.
It fits in that tone of Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah, because most people like that silly crap. So,
number 4, man. This didn't crack the top 3, but you know, when you look at the top 3, it ain't a surprise. At this point, this is just all masterpieces. At this,
I think you and I have the same top 3.
Everyone does pretty much.
I don't know about me.
Lilo and Stitch is number 4, man.
Yeah,
Lilo and Stitch, man.
Fantastic.
Talk about childhood movies. I watched this movie so much as a little kid, and this is a movie I will never not like. This movie, I'll be 55 years old watching this movie. I'll be like, no, this movie's amazing. I love it. I love the world. I love Stitch. He's amazing. I love Stitch, man. Lilo is such a heartwarming character. I love all the characters. You know, I say heartwarming, but realistically, she's fucked in the head. I mean,
she gets me.
My friends deserve to be punished.
Yeah, she a little crazy.
But yeah, man, I love Lilo and Stitch. You know, it's so much fun.
My favorite Disney animated film of all time.
You know, there's a big hero sick. Yeah, we were talking about that.
Yeah, I watched the first episode.
You didn't like it.
I wasn't.
I had the Leroy. And, I still have
out?
the Leroy and Stitch DVD.
It's not the Baymax show. It's the animated, the 2D animated series on Disney XD. Yeah.
Okay.
I watched the TV series when it. Yep. I know me and AJ was watching that. The Lilo and Stitch.
I watched that.
Lilo and
I
Stitch
watched
show.
that. I think
that intro is iconic, bro.
Yeah, I think I was a little too old for that show, but I watched it though.
Ain't no shame.
Luke says I can do a Stitch voice. It's my biggest flex in life. I don't know if I want to hear that.
I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
I don't know. Luke is a man of many identities. If you know what we mean.
He's got a lot of characteristics for sure.
I love me some Luke reviews though.
And a TV series for Kilo and Stitch. That sounds like a Breaking Bad type thing.
Kilo.
Yeah, right. She meant Lilo. She meant Lilo. All right.
Kilo and Stitch.
The final three, I think, other than AJ at this point, pretty much everyone knows these are the top three. It's not even debatable, to be honest. I know AJ won't have this one in his top three because I know he doesn't. Which
I like it. I like it a lot.
But yeah, these are the top three, no matter what. I'm sorry. Now the question is, where do I rank them?
What order?
So number 3.
I know. I already know what you're gonna have it.
Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, what? I thought you're gonna have Aladdin at number 3.
Beauty and the Beast is number 3.
No.
Number 3 is Beauty and the Beast, man. This was kind of a first time. I had seen it before, but I saw it before the remake came out, and I didn't really remember it that much. So other than the ballroom scene, obviously. So, well, watching it again, it was like a first time watch. We had a blast.
Yes,
this was AJ's first time, right?
First time watch.
We had a blast watching this movie together. When Be Our Guest came to an end and it goes into that final stretch of the song, we went bananas. that movie, it's so good. I love it. I love the characters. The songs are, again, they're all great. I love Gaston. He's over the top, but he's supposed to be over the top. I love all the little
in the bar.
Yeah.
He had a great song.
It's so much fun. AJ, what did you think? This was your first time watch, man.
Yeah, it was my very first time watch. I absolutely loved the film. I don't remember if I gave it a 5 out of 5 or a 4.5 out of 5, but it is definitely up there in my ranking, bro. I love the animation. The characters were great. I might be the odd man out on this one, but rather than Be Our Guest, the Beauty and the Beast sequence was probably my favorite. It probably hit me.
I will say it's more emotional and it has more oomph. But I love the Be Our Guest sequence because the song is great and it's so much fun.
And the sequence is very like visually stunning and
I had goosebumps when that shit ended, bro.
Yeah,
I was like, whoa.
Yeah, man. Oh my God. It's such a good movie. And then when we get to the third act, fantastic.
Evil Dies Tonight,
and then all the furniture and everything going in.
Oh my God! That might have been the funniest thing Alex has ever said, bro. It was so perfect.
It fit perfectly.
Number 2, man. The Lion King. Listen,
John's.
Critically, this is number 1. It's not even debatable. This is some good shit. But number 1 is a movie I would rather rewatch than this. The Lion King is obviously it's one of the greatest movies ever made. It's amazing. The animation is beyond the word gorgeous. The songs are all fantastic. I love Simba. Timon and Pumbaa are all great. I know me and John go tag team AJ. I don't give a shit. Scar is an amazing villain, and
yeah, one of the best.
fuck, what's the name of the song?
Be
Be prepared.
Be prepared.
Be prepared is top tier Disney. I don't care what anybody says. That song is incredible, and screw Disney for absolutely ruining that song in the live action remake. When I heard that, I was mortified. When I heard that. Yep, Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata is incredible. I love it. This song is just this movie is just everything.
Yeah.
Stellar
But
film.
it is not number one. Aladdin, baby. Talk about childhood. This is more childhood than Lilo and Stitch. Aladdin.
Big facts.
Aladdin is literally everything. I love every single second of this movie. It is fun. The songs are incredible.
Yes.
Robin Williams, may he rest in peace, is amazing in this movie. I love Aladdin, Jasmine. I love Raja. He's great. I love Jasmine's father, the Sultan. He's hilarious.
Yeah.
Iago is entertaining. Just everything. This is a perfect movie. There's not many perfect movies. This is a perfect movie. It's not even close.
You just named three in a row. So
yeah, it's just it's crazy that I don't think Disney will ever get this good. Realistically, they'll never get this good.
I 100% agree.
If they
never
do
get that good again,
that better be one damn ass good fucking movie, bro.
It's a reason why it's called the Disney Renaissance. There's a reason. But I'm so happy that you have that as your number one. That is my favorite Disney movie of all time. That is in my top 3 films of all time.
It's incredible.
Wow. I know every line in that movie. I've watched that movie so many times. But I agree with everything you said. All the characters are great. The songs are great. The animation is beautiful. The story is solid and engaging. And you got one of, if not the most famous Disney character ever in Genie. So I mean,
and Jafar is awesome.
And
too.
Jafar is a top 3 Disney villain. So I mean,
let's check the chat really quick. Mulan, Princess and the Frog, and Encanto are your top 3.
Number 1 is Encanto. Wow, nice.
I think my order would be Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, and Lion King. He says not to say those are my top 3, but that's like the order. Score by Hans Zimmer, yes sir. Yeah. Was a go back in the day. Never had a friend like me. Really quick before we get out of here, I'm gonna say what my favorite movie from each era is. For those who don't know, these movies are separated by eras. So the Golden Age, which was the first 4, the first wave, my favorite movie would be Snow White. Very good movie. Silver Age would be 101 Dalmatians. The Bronze Age, Aristocats. Although that was hard with Rescuers. Renaissance, Aladdin. The post-Renaissance, Lilo and Stitch, and the revival, Big Hero 6.
All solid.
Solid.
I think we are done here, if I'm not mistaken. Does anyone have anything else to say about any movies or anything?
I mean, I agree with most of your ranking. The only thing that kind of bothered me was having Tango over Hercules. Yeah. But other than that, I mean, it's pretty solid, man. I think for the most part we agree on the Disney movies. But even if we don't, it's still okay. To
it's crazy. It's crazy, like they made, minus the wartime era movies, because I know people don't really like those. Other than about 30 other than like about 15 or so of these are all good movies. And Disney sometimes makes mediocre shit, but like 26 of these were 4 out of 5s. They were 4 and higher.
Yeah.
Like most franchises, you can't say that.
Yeah, it's a great studio.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that they keep the streak alive with Encanto, because Encanto was amazing. And I think if they were to top themselves with Encanto, that would probably be like top 5. Like that would be some great shit. I know John wasn't high on Encanto as much as we were, but
that's my comfort movie, bro.
I still gave it a 4 out of 5.
Let me take this.
That's where I have Aladdin.
All right, guys. Let's get out of here really quick. First of all, Mr. AJ Reacts 2, where can the people find you?
Yeah, man, I appreciate you asking me on the channel. This is your first time having guests, right? On the channel?
Yes, it is.
I'm honored to be part of the first guest.
As am I.
And so yeah, I'm AJ of AJ Reacts 2, and you can find me on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Letterboxd, Twitch, AJ Reacts 2, all one word. And I talk movies, TV, snacks, all kinds of stuff, man. If you're into that, come check me out.
Mr. Smooth J Stu.
Yeah, I'm Smooth J Stu. I am 1/3 of the Nerd Talk team. Be sure to tune in tonight for that. You definitely don't want to miss that. Yes, Screen Spoiler Talk on Alex Thomas's channel. If you guys want to find me, just subscribe to Smooth J Stu on YouTube. Also follow me on IG at Smooth J Stu, as well as TikTok, Smooth J Stu. I do movie reviews, 4K reviews, physical media videos, live streams. I love talking about movies. So if you love talking about movies too, I'm definitely the guy for you. So please do me a favor, subscribe to the channel and follow me on my social media.
I put Stu and AJ's YouTube links in the bio. And Luke says really quick, he says, I'll do this later in the year. Maybe I'll have to man. I'll happily sit there and I'll strangle you for putting Bambi in the top 10, bro. I'm kidding. Thank you, Luke. You stuck through this whole thing. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Thank you, everybody, who showed up. Hope you guys enjoyed 3 grown men talking about 50 Disney movies for 2 hours. And we are out of here. Peace out.
Stay smooth.